Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. I know you have been following this story between the former ICC suspect, Joshua Arap Sang, who is now the Director of Public Communication at the Office of the Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, and this lady who is called Nyamisa Chelagat. The beef that is going on between them is not good for our country because it has resuscitated memories that people would not want to hear. Apparently, Nyamisa Chelagat had started a discussion around what happened in 2007, and she mentioned the name of Joshua Arap Sang. And Sang warned her that they are going to meet in court in January. This is what Sang posted, that for others to learn a lesson of wrongly accusing people, this one must meet me in court in January so that she can present the evidence she alleges I participated in the 2007-2008 post-election violence. You all know that this thing occurred after the ODM disputed the presidential election result that led to Mwai Kibaki, the former and the late president of Kenya, being sworn in at night. It is a story that most of us would want to forget. Now, there's been this story has attracted quite a lot of sentiments, and I can see the country degenerating because it starts like this. Now, one of the tweets that Nyamisa Chelagat did was, in case I don't post that I am home safe at 3 a.m., mjue Joshua Arap Sang decided to send DCI Kenya after me since he felt Larry Madowo is top big for him and I am a nobody, so I am an easy target. Na DCI Kenya mnilete pads na mimi. Okay. Now, she shared some of the conversation that they had. Anamwambia Sang that na usini DM till January, niko sherehe. Then I think Sang said, prepare evidence properly, utajua haujui, no jokes here. DCI will come for you here. DCI will come for you where you will be. No need of DM. And then something there about parts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Chelagat is already fearing for her life, and that's what she's saying if I don't post and all this. If you look at what is happening in social media, people have started reviving the memories of 2007. There are videos and pictures that we cannot relay here because some of them are disturbing. There are pictures and videos of families who lost their loved ones. And two, even YouTube does not allow such to be posted here. Others are even reviewing the speeches that President William Ruto gave then about the land in Kitale. It was a very big dispute. William Ruto saying that some people were brought in that land. That land is not their ancestral land. And videos of people being killed and people giving confessions that I saw my child being killed. Whether some are saying my child was circumcised using a bottle. There are a lot of things. And when I looked at this, ladies and gentlemen, I thought, no, we cannot allow ourselves to go back. Now, lawyer Ndegwa decided to be enjoined in this case because Nyamisa is already being threatened. She's alone, she's not a lawyer. And so people felt that Joshua is wrong on this. And this is what lawyer Ndegwa is saying. That Nyamisa Chela, I have instructions from the Mount Kenya Jurist Association to inform you that our members shall on pro bono basis defend you against the ICC indictee Joshua Sang should he make good his threats. DM all the correspondences. So you can see Njero as always standing with the press, standing with those who have been arrested and all that. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. The reason why I find Arap Sang being a little bit petty here, you cannot throw a stone at every dog that barks at you, because it's the one who has resuscitated this. And I know I'm not really supporting the fact that people should continue accusing him of a case that was dealt with at the ICC level. And I know whether you don't agree with the verdict of the court, you are bound by its resolutions. In fact, after that 2007, people started, craving for a new constitution, and that is why we promulgated a new constitution, so that even with the presidential election cases in 2013, 2017, and 2022, the ODM still did not agree with the verdict of the court, but they said because we fought hard for this new constitution, we do not agree with the verdict, but we are bound by it. Even in the last election, we were told hot air and wild goose chase. But because that is the law, we know, even from where I sit, I feel that that judgment was wrong, but we are bound by it. So this case had been dealt with, even if you feel that it was not the right way because witnesses died and all that happened, but we are bound by it. There are only two ways we can deal with what happened in 2007. It is not only 2007, but we have long historical injustices that we keep on heaping and covering. Some of them are in the work report. Some of them, in fact, land issue is something that we should now revisit. Why? It began from the time of independence. And there have been reports about land that every successive regime does not want to open, including the opposition that always put the government in check. It is a hot potato topic that no one would want to touch on. Go and try the ODM and tell them now that they're in government, they can now try, even they have the numbers, Ruto, Raila, and all those people, they have the numbers. They can simply try and force Ruto or request him to open all the reports that talk about the Ndumu reports and the work reports about land and the, I don't know, Wagala massacre, the historical injustices, so that people can talk about it, tuombeane msamaha. That is the only way. By reviewing back, and people, I understand that something of this nature happened in South Africa, if I'm not wrong, where someone comes up and say, I did this, naomba msamaha. I don't know whether that can happen in Kenya. That is one way. The other way is just to rest that case, to allow that case rest the way it was dealt with at the ICC level. Let us not resuscitate things that will create more tension in the country. Kenyans are already angered, tired. We are vulnerable. Everything is volatile. Any little thing can make people go back to 2007. And when I saw the discussion, I feel, and I still repeat, that Joshua's son should have assumed. Some of these things you simply assume. People will, because this was an international case, everyone watched, everyone followed, and they were cleared free. No matter what someone says, let him just assume some of these things. Because the rage that this has attracted is really shocking. If you go to the Twitter handle of Nyamisa Chelagat or Joshua Sang, and you see the way people are tweeting, you'll realize that we have not healed as a country. You'll realize that in 2007, that was a tip of an iceberg. People have a lot of anger. That's why I'm saying that as a country, we can do better than this, ladies and gentlemen. We can do better than this. The country is volatile. People are angry at the government. And you see, Joshua is working, he was appointed by William Ruto. And so anything that touches on him, he should know psychologically that Kenyans will always go against him. Again, I must say that I'm not supporting blanket accusations because this case was dealt with. I'm just saying that Joshua, first of all, at his age, he has seen a lot. I saw him crying on the day when he was set free. Nothing could be as painful as what he went through at The Hague. And so all this, when people are talking, you should assume, it is like William Ruto. People talk about him every day. People heckle, people boycott his speeches, people do what? No, at sometimes he's called Kasongo, Zakayo, all that. Let me ask you, if William Ruto decides today that he wants to arrest each and every person who has nicknamed him, who has made a caricature, people who have composed songs about him, today I saw another poem by some school children, about class 5, if I'm not wrong, talking about Kasongo. If he has to arrest people, then he will arrest everyone in this country. And I think some of his advisors are telling him, assume some of this. We know people have been abducted, but you cannot abduct each and every person and kill each and every person. You sometimes assume. Joshua Sang must assume some of these things if he has to move on. Because, come to think of it, if he had not threatened Chelagat, if he had not posted that they're meeting in court, it would have not attracted all these pictures and the videos of what happened and people, but simply because he decided to engage in a war that is very unnecessary. I could be wrong, by the way, but I simply feel that he should do better. He should let it just remain the way it is. Let it end like that. And if you want to know just how painful and how angered Kenyans are, go and follow some of those. Like I said, I cannot post the pictures and all that they're giving. There are some pictures that I watched that were taken by Boniface Mwangi. I think we were in ICC, and people went there. You cannot believe. Kama una roho huwezi tazama. Ladies and gentlemen, tuko na nchi moja. We just have one country. If we destroy it, we will not have anywhere to go. I'm just asking that we tone down. Let us not allow those simple controversy between the two people get worse. In fact, Kenyans can help tone down, can help calm down things than aggravating things. Joshua Sang, I repeat, cheza kama wewe, wacha kufuata watoto wadogo na hizi vitu vinafanyika. It will backfire on you. Don't open a Pandora's box. And that's my take.